Good afternoon, everyone. If I could get all our parents and families to take their seats, we're just going to begin in a couple of minutes here. Good afternoon, everyone. If I could ask you to do what we did this morning with our phones and make sure they're all on silent and we don't get any funny ringtones, that would be great. If you could take a seat. Also, it's fabulous to have you all here. I think I said that last night, but it's so great to have all of you here on campus for this. So without further ado, I would ask you to join me in welcoming the faculty and the graduating class of 2022.
Please stay standing. Please stay standing. Some people are the boss around here. Yeah. We acknowledge and thank the Coast Salish people on whose traditional territory Brentwood College School resides. We express our gratitude to the Malahat and Cowichan nations. We value the opportunity to learn, live, and share educational experiences on this traditional territory. Thank you, and be seated. Like this morning, this is almost surreal for me and for many of us that have struggled, I would say, the last 2 years dreaming about this moment. So thank you for being here, and a very, very, very good afternoon to you all. So as I look out at family, friends, and staff, I'm filled with emotion and gratitude for this day. And while today's focus is, and should be, on these amazing graduating students, I will admit some of my thoughts are also with the last 2 graduating classes at Brentwood. The 2020 class left at spring break with the assumption they were going to come back for a 3rd term, and they never came back. They watched a pre-recorded ceremony with their pictures popping up and Mr. Rodriguez saying the words that he'll say live today. There's a blooper reel there too that we can show you a little bit later. And then about 60% of that class did a drive-through grad experience here. We tried our best. Those that could be here did walk across the stage, but it wasn't the same. The 2021 graduates walked across the stage, but in house groups, and the stage being that amphitheater down there. They did it by house groups. It was kind of cool because it was intimate. Parents could be right there. It was close by. But it wasn't the same as having all 143 of these people here. I think the kids would say it was okay, or meh. They did not receive the fortune of the 2022 graduates that are sitting here today. On Wednesday during the grade 12 barbecue, I mentioned to the grads that there's only one time in your life where you transition from childhood to adulthood. When one graduates from university, you're already an adult. When you change jobs or career paths, you're already adulting at that time. But today, today's moment is a one-time thing. And that goes for all of us, graduates, parents, family, staff. We only get one crack at seeing the 22 grad class walk across that stage and become adults. To the graduates, I want you to enjoy those magical steps when you hear your name called and you walk across that stage. Receive your Brentwood certificate, and I encourage you to look out and find your family, wherever they are here too. They're part of that journey. And then when you come up down here, Jessica Rizikas, who's a graduate of 1988 and an OBE member, will present you with your Old Brentonian pin. You start a student over there, and you're an Old Brentonian on this side here too. And that moment, or in that moment, you join a very exclusive club, a global club, a club that will help you no matter what. If you're a Brentwood graduate, we've got you. Anywhere in the world you can travel. And that's a very, very special thing. And so many Old Brentonians I see here today in the crowd. It's amazing to see them. Parents, I know we live in an era where everyone wants to put up their phones or, capture the moment that happens here. But I guess in the strongest of terms, I encourage you to put down your phones. This is not a moment to be viewed through screens. We have cameras everywhere around here. You can play it back on YouTube, back and forth. You could create a GIF or a GIF or whatever. We have professional photographers that are going to take photos. When your child walks across this stage, I encourage you to let all of the sensations drip into you. Soak it in. Enjoy the moment. Because again, as I said, it's a one-time thing. And the accomplishments of this grad class and the work they've done to arrive at this stage deserves your attention and soaking in too. And I know you'll remember it too. You'll enjoy it. Okay? Inevitably, I say that, and there's going to be a dad scurrying over here to get just their picture too. It's okay. You're not going to get kicked out. But I do encourage you, just soak it in. Enjoy this special moment. And to announce this year's grad class, our Director of University Counseling, Mr. Rodriguez, who's amazing, maybe not at jokes, but he and his team have been remarkable at shepherding these grads, not just to get their graduation requirements done, as Sam Baldwin so eloquently put it, but to actually move forward in their application process to universities around the world as well. I know he and his colleagues deserve a special round of applause. Mr. Rodriguez, podium's yours. The jokes are pretty good, actually.
No, they're good. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's sweet. Sweet of you, Mr. Patel. All right, got to have the water ready here. Okay. So, welcome, parents, family, and friends of the members of the graduating class of 2022. Oh, how incredible it feels to be here with you right now. What a remarkable moment we are sharing to be back together in one place, celebrating this exciting moment together. As Mr. Patel said, last year with the graduating class of 2021, we stood near this spot, sharing the moment in house groups, watching each other via live stream. 2 years ago, for the graduating class of 2020, we offered a video recording to reach members of the class scattered around the globe. Not since 2019, when the world seemed so normal, have we been able to gather in such a fashion as this, to mark a moment as this. So given the tumultuous circumstances of the last 2 years, it is worth taking a moment to remind ourselves of how extraordinary an occasion we are celebrating here today. Again, as Mr. Patel said on Wednesday at their grade barbecue, we spoke to this class about this day, that it was marking the moment when they were transitioning from childhood to adulthood. I spoke to them about how monumental an occasion that would be, not only for them, but for the members of their family. For the last 17, 18 or so years, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, and uncles have all been envisioning this moment, this exceptional milestone. So what makes this moment so extraordinary? Obviously, we need to consider the remarkable achievements of the members of this graduating class in all areas that we at Brentwood hold dear, from academics, arts, and athletics to service to the wider community. We also need to note all that these students have achieved in terms of their post-secondary accomplishments, particularly when you consider all that they will do and where they will attend. Trust me, I will cover all of that and more in the next hour or so as I introduce each of the graduates on stage, so I need not dive into those details now. What I do need to highlight, however, is the fact that these young people accomplished all that they have and will enjoy so many wonderful opportunities under the most remarkable of circumstances. One of my colleagues jokingly inquired if I would be opening this speech with the line that had become a perennial favorite: "This was the most challenging year for university admissions on record." Well, I would consider saying that if the circumstances surrounding this year in admissions were anything resembling normal. These graduates navigated a cycle of university admissions unlike any we'd ever seen previously. So it makes it all the more extraordinary that they enjoyed so much success. That is not to say that all of them achieved every one of their goals, but in a time of disrupted learning, of online schooling, inflated grades, canceled examinations, the normal rules of the game simply did not apply. Yet these graduates soldiered on through it all, They kept their chins up high, they steeled their resolve, they exhibited grit and determination like no others. Indeed, the members of the Brentwood graduating class of 2022 have made us deeply proud and grateful for all that they have done, all that they have accomplished, and for all the determination they brought to bear to do both. There is no doubt that the world that you, graduates, are about to enter after you leave these grounds is unlike any that you or anyone else has ever experienced. Think for a moment of what we all have experienced, of what we all have endured. We came through and remain in the midst of a global pandemic in which hundreds of millions were infected. And tragically, millions, yes, millions of people lost their lives. We live in a world where wars continue to roil. We live amidst growing economic uncertainty around inflation and the cost of living, rising inequality, and the threat of recession. We exist at a time for our planet when the impact of climate change threatens to destabilize so many facets of our daily lives. Oh, with such a litany of troubles, you would be forgiven for not having too much hope for the world that these graduates are entering. But I can tell you honestly that I have hope. In the light of all the dark clouds that rise above the horizon, I have hope because of the very fact that these graduates are entering this world. They will meet the challenges of this world, one for which a script has never been written, with all the same resolve, determination, and energy that they have offered throughout their time at Brentwood. That is why I have hope for the future of this world. I have hope because of these graduates. Now, I don't mean to say that these individuals will all have the magical answers that will cure what ails the world. No, they do not yet possess all that is required to save this world from what ails it. But what they have is the drive to seek the answers, the willingness to work hard in their pursuits, and the energy to stay focused even in the face of failure. These graduates have shown that they have what it takes to get the job done, to discover that which has not yet been discovered, to prove that which has not yet been proved, to connect deeply with others, to solve complex problems, to offer novel means to bring peace to the different parts of this world. Graduates, I realize that all of this sounds quite grandiose, somewhat beyond the imagination, rather beyond the simple transition from life at Brentwood to university and beyond. But I beg of you, do not lose sight of the fact that the world you are entering will be demanding great things of you. But know that you are up for the challenge. With every effort you have made in the classroom, you have shown that you are up for the challenge. With every brave performance you've made on stage, with every battle you have fought on the field, you have shown that you are up for the challenge. With every friendship that you have nurtured, with every hand you have extended to the members of your community, you have shown that you are up for the challenge. Whatever awaits you beyond Brentwood's gates, you will be up for that challenge. And so when I think about what last bit of guidance I would choose to offer these graduates as they face this brave new world, I'm reminded of what I considered back when the world seemed a bit more normal. Back in 2019, before all this mess we witnessed and endured happened, I offered this challenge to the members of the graduating class, and it feels right to offer it once more to the members of this graduating class. Be adventurous. When the opportunities come to get out into the world and connect with new people, new places, new cultures, either as part of your studies or your work, take them. When faced with a choice to do what will challenge your mind, your body, your soul, over what is simple and easy, choose what is hard to do. Being adventurous means pushing yourself beyond what is comfortable and easy, your comfort zone. Being adventurous means challenging yourself every day. Being adventurous means allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open to the thoughts and feelings of others. Being adventurous is the grit and joy you bring to your life. Being adventurous isn't always easy. So when the going gets tough and it is all feeling a bit too much, that being adventurous seems beyond what is possible, just remember the message you've heard so often in the last couple of years. Be kind. Be kind to each other. Be kind to the world. Be kind to yourself. Life is an adventure that means nothing if it is not full of kindness and love. Well, graduates, your adventure starts now. It starts with the steps you take onto this stage as children, and then those you will take away from this place as adults. But no matter where you go or who you become, know that you will always be welcome home back at Brentwood. So graduates, in closing, let me offer one of my favorite sign-offs. Be well, good do work, and keep in touch. Parents, families, and friends, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the Brentwood College School graduating class of 2022. Now, one thing before I get started. You know, as much as I'm praising these graduates, I have the unpleasant duty to announce that when we practiced the walk-up this morning, the graduates were a little off their game. So I really think we need to see it in action with someone who knows what they're doing. So I'm taking the unprecedented step here of asking someone randomly from the audience to show them how it's done. Let's see, Didi Olan to Bosun. Where are you, Didi? Where are you, Didi? Where did she go? Come on, Didi. So, most of you are wondering what's going on. As alluded to earlier, during the closing ceremony, Didi, as a member of the graduating class of 2022, missed out on crossing the stage in person at year's end. Mr. Patel promised her that we would offer her and her classmates another opportunity, and that chance came earlier this year. Unfortunately, Didi tested positive for COVID upon her arrival in Canada, en route to Brentwood for the event, and was once again robbed of the opportunity to cross the stage in person. So, with her here now, today, there is no way we are not going to take advantage and give this amazing human being what she so rightly deserves. So here we go. I have to read what I would have read in 2020. Come on, come on. Got to soak it in, soak it in. 4 years at Brentwood from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. She proceeded to the King's College London in England and is currently pursuing her law degree. She was captain of the a cappella vocal ensemble and the 2019-2020 head prefect, Ola Dameji Ola Tabosan. You don't get another one. Okay, that was a bit of a surprise. Not very many people knew. It's kind of cool to be in on the secret. I mean, now these guys, they had it. They had it this morning. We're good, we're good. So I think we're ready to go, okay? Everybody ready? There we go. 4 years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Victoria and entering the Faculty of Social Sciences to study psychology, honored with the Rolly Bull Shield for distinguished performance as a chorister, co-captain of the vocal ensemble, and a Heads Arts Award winner, Peju Adelasoye. Three years at Brentwood from Edmonton, Alberta, entering the School of Engineering and Computer Science at Baylor University in Waco, Texas, where he plans to major in computer and electrical engineering, co-captain of and honored for outstanding contribution to Brentwood broadcast, co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, and this year's president of the graduating class, Philip Akindipe. 3 years at Brentwood from Nigeria, proceeding to Ontario College of Art and Design University in Toronto, Ontario, where he plans to study environmental design, Ubaseota Akpama. Three years at Brentwood, also from Nigeria, entering the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies at York University in Toronto, Ontario, where she intends to major in economics, Udala Akpama. Five years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, commencing his studies in engineering at University of Victoria, captain of and winner of the Furbacher Ho Prize for Sculpture, captain of squash, Josh Anzarut. One year at Brentwood, from Edmonton, Alberta, proceeding to Western University in London, Ontario, to pursue studies in management and organizational studies, Tyler Asai. Four years at Brentwood, from Whistler, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, co-captain of theater production, Sam Baldwin. Four years at Brentwood, from Cancun, Mexico, initially planning on a gap year, but now readying to pursue studies in architecture at Universidad Anáhuac in Mexico, Chantel Barchek Roy. Three years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Ottawa in our nation's capital to pursue studies in biomedical sciences, Ella Barnsley. Four years at Brentwood, from Montreal, Quebec, commencing her studies in psychology in the Faculty of Arts at McGill University in Montreal, co-captain of senior play, winner of the subject prize in contemporary Indigenous studies, Nina Berry. One year at Brentwood, from Jasper, Alberta, entering the Haskayne School of Business at University of Calgary in Calgary, Alberta, to pursue his Bachelor of Commerce degree with a major in finance, Jacob Bartziokas. Four years at Brentwood, from Newcastle, Australia, pursuing his Bachelor of Computer Information Systems degree at Mount Royal University in Calgary, Alberta, Julian Bell. Three years at Brentwood, from Poulsbo, Washington, proceeding to Western Washington University in Bellingham, Washington, where she intends to major in business and sustainability, Sasha Bird Lopez. And I promised her that I'd say that she was a triple colors winner. 2 years at Brentwood, from Seattle, Washington, proceeding to Boston University with plans to major in architectural studies, honored with the Brentwood Rose Bowl for the outstanding orchestra member and winner of a Heads Art Award, Ronald Amado Bishop. Four years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, taking a gap year to work and play rugby before entering the foundation year program at Emily Carr University of Art and Design in Vancouver, captain of AP Studio Art and co-winner of the Artist of the Year Award, Gregor Blackburn. Four years at Brentwood, from Metchosin, British Columbia. Proceeding to Commencement College in Victoria to study business, Nikolai Omid Bossi. Four years at Brentwood, also from Metchosin, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Humanities at University of Victoria, Sophia Bossi. Three years at Brentwood from Seattle, Washington, entering the Carson College of Business at Washington State University in Pullman, Washington, Harrison Brands. Three years at Brentwood from Surrey, British Columbia, proceeding to the Okanagan campus of the University of British Columbia in Kelowna to pursue his Bachelor of Management degree, Joseph Vincent Brennan. Two years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, where she intends to major in environmental studies, winner of the Morgan Laycock Memorial Prize for Nature Photography, Lucy Bryden. Five years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, entering the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program offered jointly by Commencement College and University of Victoria, Sophie Carmichael. Four years at Brentwood from Fort McMurray, Alberta, entering the Life Science and Biochemistry program at Queen's University in Kingston, where she will be a student athlete in rowing, co-captain of Boathouse, and co-winner of the Pat Steinbrink-Killy Award for the Outstanding Senior Rower, Lauren Carter. Two years at Brentwood from Boulder, Colorado, proceeding to Boston University, where she plans to study psychology, co-winner of the Mary Brooks Law Award, subject prize winner in AP Studio Art, captain of Allard House, Gabriela Casals. Three years at Brentwood from Whistler, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Humanities at University of Victoria, Nicholas William Cave. Four years at Brentwood. From Victoria, British Columbia, commencing her studies in software engineering at University of Victoria, captain of girls tennis, honored for outstanding contribution to Art Foundation, winner of the Peyton Trophy, a Heads Art Award, and triple colors, Nicole Chan. Three years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia, entering the School of Education at Trinity Western University in Langley, where he will be a student athlete in rugby, captain of rugby and winner of the Peter Clark Award for Excellence in Sevens Rugby, Oliver Clark. Four years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, taking a gap year before proceeding to Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, to pursue studies in biology. Captain of and honored for outstanding contribution to stage and screen, co-winner of the Butterfield Cup for Musical Theatre, co-winner of the George Killy Award, winner of a Heads Art Award and the Earnshaw Trophy for the most valuable contribution to the performing arts, this year's Assistant Head Prefect for the Arts, Robin Francis Cole. I gotta savor it. 2 years at Brentwood from Anchorage, Alaska, entering the School of Kinesiology at University of British Columbia in Vancouver, winner of the Yearbrook Prize, Ginny Cook. 4 years at Brentwood from Victoria, British Columbia. Proceeding to University of Victoria to pursue studies in engineering. Winner of the subject prize in financial accounting and a triple colors winner, Evan Cohen. Three years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta. Commencing her studies in kinesiology at McGill University in Montreal, co-winner of the Kathleen Bryan Memorial Award and captain of Alexandra House, Justine Cox. Three years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia. Entering the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business at University of Victoria to pursue her commerce degree, Kathleen Craddock. Three years at Brentwood from Victoria, British Columbia. Proceeding to University of Ottawa to pursue her Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, co-captain of musical theatre, Elizabeth Cunningham. Three years at Brentwood from Austin, Texas. Commencing her studies in fashion management and marketing at Bath Spa University in Bath, England, captain of theatre company, Michaela Afa Valentine de Cruz Griffin. Four years at Brentwood from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Entering the Faculty of Management at the Okanagan campus of University of British Columbia in Kelowna, Kylie Dang. Two years at Brentwood from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia. Proceeding to Western University to pursue her studies in management and organizational studies, Ainsley Davidson. Three years at Brentwood from Durango, Colorado. Proceeding to University of Washington to study journalism and public interest communications, co-captain of public speaking and Model United Nations, winner of the Concilium Award for Excellence in Model United Nations, a Heads Academic Award, and of subject prizes in AP US History and AP Comparative Government and Politics, Piper Davidson. Three years at Brentwood from Edmonton, Alberta. Proceeding to University of Calgary to study arts with a focus on architectural studies. Captain of Art Foundation, Grace Julia Davis. Four years at Brentwood from Canmore, Alberta. Entering the Faculty of Forestry at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia, where he will be a student athlete in rowing. Co-captain of Boathouse and co-winner of the Pat Steinbrink Kelly Award for the outstanding senior rower, Alec Dorward. Five years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia, commencing her Master of Chiropractic degree at AECC University College in Bournemouth, England, winner of the Barbara Stone Award for Excellence in Volleyball, captain of musical theatre dance, and co-winner of the Butterfield Cup for musical theatre, honored as the outstanding jazz vocalist, winner of a Heads Award, Triple Arts Colors, and the T-Gill Bunch Cup, this year's captain of the Student Activities Council, Anna Draper. Three years at Brentwood from Boulder, Colorado. Entering the College of Arts and Sciences at University of Colorado at Boulder, where she plans to major in humanities, captain of and winner of the Peggy Elms Award for 3D Pottery, Chloe Edelstein. Five years at Brentwood from Maple Bay, British Columbia. Proceeding to Huron University College at Western University, to commence his studies in governance, leadership, and ethics, Santiago Erding. 4 years at Brentwood, from Bozeman, Montana, commencing her studies in liberal arts and sciences at University of Oregon in Eugene, Oregon, winner of the Bruce M. Hicks Public Service Award, this year's Captain of Omni, Eric Erickson. Three years at Brentwood, from Maple Bay, British Columbia, entering the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business at University of Victoria to study commerce, Graydon Thomas Etherington. Two years at Brentwood, from Prince Rupert, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Victoria to pursue her studies in psychology, Ava Farrell. Four years at Brentwood, from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, hoping to break into the aviation industry by pursuing his private pilot's license, Emil Fichter. Two years at Brentwood, from West Seattle, Washington, entering the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona, to study business entrepreneurship, Liam Glencairn Floyd. Four years at Brentwood, from Nelson, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, Kalyana Forte. Three years at Brentwood, from Prince George, British Columbia, proceeding to Queen's University to commence his studies in life sciences and biochemistry, Liam Fortier. Three years at Brentwood, also from Prince George, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, Perry Fortier. Four years at Brentwood, from Windsor, California, entering the College of Arts and Sciences at Baylor University, captain of wind ensemble, captain of and winner of the Players Award in senior boys basketball, honored with the Cook Cup for outstanding contribution to boys rugby and a Heads Athletics Award, and co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, Buchanan Blower Fritz. Three years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, co-captain of and honored with the Burroughs Cup for outstanding contribution to rugby, Gwynnie Fry. Three years at Brentwood, from Macau, commencing his studies in materials sciences and engineering at the Granger College of Engineering at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Aiden Bang Yi Fu. Four years at Brentwood, from Fort McMurray, Alberta, proceeding to the St. George's campus of University of Toronto to pursue studies in science, captain of advanced rock band and honored as the outstanding rock musician, co-winner of the George Killy Award, and captain of Rogers House, Stephen Geisbichler. Five years at Brentwood, from Shawnigan Lake, British Columbia, entering the Lassonde School of Engineering at York University in Toronto, where he will pursue studies in computer science, Dylan Gauvin.1 year at Brentwood, from Peachtree Corners, Georgia, pursuing studies in theater arts at the Theater School at DePaul University in Chicago, Illinois, winner of a Heads Academic Award, the Subject Prize in AP Psychology, and the Arthur Privet Prize for English, Lindsay Goddard. 4 years at Brentwood, from Schalksmühle, Germany, and Whistler, British Columbia, commencing her studies in commerce at the Peter B. Gustafson School of Business at University of Victoria, co-captain of yearbook and honored for outstanding contribution to graphic design, Julie Grabowski. Four years at Brentwood, from Lanceville, British Columbia, proceeding to Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire, where she plans to major in quantitative social science, captain of cross-country running, a Heads Academic Award winner, co-captain of and winner of the Robert McLean Award for Excellence in Debate, Lucinda Gullison. Three years at Brentwood, from Calgary, Alberta, pursuing studies in mechanical engineering technology at SAIT Polytechnic in Calgary, Bilal Hassoun. Three years at Brentwood, from Atlanta, Georgia, proceeding to St. Francis Xavier University in Antigonish, Nova Scotia, where she plans to major in psychology and sociology, Lily Darling Hayden. Four years at Brentwood, from Shawnigan Lake, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, Corbin Hennessy. Four years at Brentwood, also from Shawnigan Lake, British Columbia, also entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at University of Victoria, Damien Hennessy. And just so they can outdo all the twins at the school, 4 years at Brentwood, from Shawnigan Lake, British Columbia, taking a gap year to work and travel with hopes to pursue his helicopter pilot's license, Tanner Hennessy. Two and a half years at Brentwood, from Kelowna, British Columbia, commencing his Bachelor of Management degree in the Des Hotels Faculty of Management at McGill University, winner of subject prizes in Physical Geography and AP Macroeconomics, Fabian Himmelstein. Three years at Brentwood, from Singapore, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia with plans to major in economics, Alex Hermusis. Two years at Brentwood, from Ottawa, Ontario, proceeding to Acadia University in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, to pursue her Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Kira Jacobs. 4 years at Brentwood, from Yodhalia, Saudi Arabia, proceeding to Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly known as Ryerson University, to pursue studies in arts with plans to major in architectural studies, Yahya Jama. Four years at Brentwood, from Duncan, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at Queen's University, where he plans to study psychology, captain of and winner of the Defensive Player of the Year Award in ice hockey, winner of the Coaches Award in rugby, and a Heads Athletics Award winner, a co-winner of the Mary Brooks Law Award, and captain of Ellis House, Trekker James. Two years at Brentwood, from Prince George, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Miami in Florida to pursue her science degree studying marine and atmospheric science, chemistry, and physics, Ramona Joss. Three years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, commencing his studies in social sciences at the St. George's campus of University of Toronto, Cooper Junger. 3 years at Brentwood, from Kampala, Uganda, proceeding to University of Bath in England to pursue studies in business, Kenshiro Kainerugaba. 4 years at Brentwood, from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, entering the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science at Queen's University, co-captain of robotics, Jade Cao. Three years at Brentwood, from Courtenay, British Columbia, commencing his commerce degree at the Smith School of Business at Queen's University, Kieran Kimberley. Two years at Brentwood, from Whistler, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at McGill University, a Heads Arts Award and Triple Colors winner, Lauren Kish. Four years at Brentwood, from Parksville, British Columbia, proceeding to Boise State University, where he will be a student athlete in golf, while studying finance in the College of Business and Economics, Gavin Knight. Four years at Brentwood, from Cowichan Bay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia, winner of the Helen Ormiston Smith Bowl for Ceramics, Rosie Kuntz. Five years at Brentwood, from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, proceeding to the College of Sports Media in Toronto to study broadcasting and journalism, captain of the Brentwood live stream, captain of and winner of the Rob Sukop Award as the Brentwood champion in golf, Lucas Kulai. Three years at Brentwood, from Canmore, Alberta, entering the Faculty of Engineering at University of Victoria, winner of a Heads Athletics Award, Marc-Luc Lafreniere. 5 years at Brentwood, from Maple Bay, British Columbia, commencing his Bachelor of Science degree in Food, Nutrition, and Health at University of British Columbia in Vancouver, captain of cross-country running, honored with the Ian Biscoe Award for outstanding contribution and service to rowing, Edward Lalonde. Four years at Brentwood, from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, proceeding to Vancouver Island University in Nanaimo to study interior design, winner of the Jerry Lee Award for outstanding achievement in drawing and painting, winner of the Hall Mackenzie Award for excellence in field hockey, Abigail Leclerc. Four years at Brentwood, from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, proceeding to Wellesley College in Boston, Massachusetts, with plans to major in international relations, winner of the AP World History Subject Prize and the Ruth Bull Prize in Literature, co-winner of the Powell Cup, Amber Lees. 4 years at Brentwood, from Whistler, British Columbia, commencing his studies in international relations at University of St. Andrews in Scotland, winner of the Politics, Philosophy, and Economics Subject Prize, Roland James Legg. Five years at Brentwood, from Duncan, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at University of British Columbia in Vancouver as a student athlete in volleyball, captain of and winner of the Elizabeth Koslich Award for Inspirational Leader in Volleyball, captain of and winner of the John Garvey Shield for Excellence in Leadership in Soccer, winner of the Human Geography Subject Prize, winner of a Heads Athletic Award and of the Yarrow Shield, this year's Assistant Head Prefect for Athletics, Jocelyn Lenarchich. 4 years at Brentwood, from Nanjing, China, entering the Faculty of Arts at the St. George's campus of University of Toronto, where he intends to study political science, Kevin Ling. Two years at Brentwood, from Victoria, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Humanities at University of Victoria with plans to major in English, winner of the Creative Writing Subject Prize, Davy Long. Four years at Brentwood, from White Rock, British Columbia, entering the Management and Organizational Studies program at Western University with plans to major in finance, Young Luo. Four years at Brentwood, from Port Moody, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Science at University of Victoria, where he intends to study microbiology, Ben McKenzie. Two years at Brentwood, from Qualicum Beach, British Columbia, proceeding to University of British Columbia in Vancouver to study math and computer science, a Head Academic Award and Triple Colors winner, winner of the Butchart Trophy and the Governor General's Award, winner of subject prizes in chemistry and advanced topics in math, and captain of senior boys soccer, Sebastian Magana. Four years at Brentwood, from Mill Bay, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon to pursue studies in agricultural business, Ben Mandorla. Four years at Brentwood, from Vancouver, British Columbia, commencing her studies in international relations at King's College London in England, a Heads Arts Award and Triple Colors winner, co-winner of the Michael Apatowitz Memorial Award, co-captain of debate, and captain of Hope House, Lisa Maricusa. Three years at Brentwood, from Calgary, Alberta, proceeding to McGill University and commencing his studies in commerce in the Days Hotel Faculty of Management, winner of the Political Studies Subject Prize, co-winner of the Powell Cup, captain of Whittle House, Cameron McNeil. One and a half years at Brentwood, from Usinsk, Russia, entering the School of Computing at Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, where he will major in computer science. Winner of the AP Computer Science Principles Subject Prize, Vladislav Mironov. Four years at Brentwood, from Zurich, Switzerland, entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia with plans to study visual arts, Serena Olivia Mueller. Four years at Brentwood, from Belvedere, Tiburon, California, proceeding to Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, where he plans to major in economics, Oliver Nam. Three years at Brentwood, from Prince Rupert, British Columbia, entering the Beatty School of Business at Simon Fraser University to study business, co-winner of the Kathleen Bryan Memorial Award, captain of the Brentwood Environmental Action Team, Harbalneet Singh Nanan. Four years at Brentwood, from Seychelles, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Ottawa to commence her studies in Bachelor of Social Science in Conflict Studies and Human Rights, a Heads Academic Award winner and winner of the Andrea Pennells Cup, captain of Brentwood Wellness Advocates, Emily Nimmo. Three years at Brentwood, from Atlanta, Georgia, proceeding to Elon University in North Carolina with plans to major in business, Dexter Oldland. 3 years at Brentwood from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, entering the Smith School of Business at Queen's University to pursue his commerce degree, co-winner of the Michael Opadowitz Memorial Award, co-captain of Brentwood Broadcast, and captain of Privet House, Nathan Onisanya. Three years at Brentwood, from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, proceeding to the Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland in Dublin to commence her studies in medicine, a Heads Arts Award winner, Kamsi Sachukwu Onwami. One and a half years at Brentwood from Hamburg, Germany, planning to pursue industry opportunities in music production, Lucas Otto. Five years at Brentwood from Terrace, British Columbia, commencing his studies in medicine at the Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland in Dublin, Caden Owens. 4 years at Brentwood from Canmore, Alberta, proceeding to University of Victoria to study computer science, winner of the Outdoor Pursuits Award, Jack Paul. Four years at Brentwood from Beaver Lodge, Alberta, commencing her Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Red Deer Polytechnic in Red Deer, Alberta, winner of the Foundations of Math Subject Prize, co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, and a Triple Colors winner, Amy Pavlis. Four years at Brentwood, also from Beaver Lodge, Alberta, entering the Workland School of Education at University of Calgary and pursuing their dual degree program in Education and Arts, Emily Pavlis. Two years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia, proceeding to Western University to commence his studies in social sciences before entering the Business Administration program at the Richard Ivey School of Business, winner of the Subject Prize in Comparative Cultures, Luca Peaver. Three years at Brentwood from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Otago in New Zealand to pursue studies in marine science, captain of woodwork, co-captain of girls rugby, co-winner of the Ken Creer Memorial Award, and captain of Mackenzie House, Rory Sidney Peters. Three years at Brentwood from Grenada, West Indies, entering the Faculty of Arts at University of British Columbia in Vancouver to pursue studies in theatre, co-captain of senior play, Sophia Piquel Topal. Three years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, proceeding to Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, excited to explore their open curriculum, winner of the Photojournalism Award, winner of the Coaches Award in ice hockey, winner of a Heads Academic Award and of the Holmes Cup. This year's Assistant Head Prefect for Academics, Will Peary. Two years at Brentwood from Prince George, British Columbia, taking a gap year to work and travel before exploring his post-secondary options, Nathan Reeves. 4 years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta, taking a gap year to work before commencing training as an automotive technician at Vancouver Island University, captain of drawing and painting, Jay Richards. 2 years at Brentwood from Courtenay, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts and Science at Queen's University, Arlo Richardson. 5 years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia. Proceeding to Commencement College's School of Business to pursue studies in business administration, Rylan Ross. Five years at Brentwood from Malahat, British Columbia. Entering the Faculty of Arts and Sciences at the St. George's campus of University of Toronto to study computer sciences, co-captain of musical theatre, co-winner of the Morris D. Young Award for Acting, and a Heads Arts Award winner, Eamon Thomas Vincent Ryan. Four years at Brentwood from Vancouver, British Columbia. Proceeding to Western University to pursue studies in management and organizational studies, Sajeev Saravanan. Three years at Brentwood from Bellevue, Washington. Entering the Schmid College of Science and Technology at Chapman University in Orange, California, where he plans to major in environmental science and policy, Harrison Sharp. Two years at Brentwood from Toronto, Ontario. Proceeding to University of Denver in Colorado with plans to study in the Daniels College of Business, Owen Schlesinger. One year at Brentwood from Rye, New York. Entering the School of Arts and Sciences at Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts, where he plans to major in economics as a student athlete for rowing, Miles Smith. Three years at Brentwood from Mill Bay, British Columbia. Entering Commencement College's Center for Sports and Exercise Education to pursue studies in kinesiology, winner of a Heads Athletics Award, Tate Stevens. Three years at Brentwood from Vernon, British Columbia. Proceeding to Western University, where he will study kinesiology, winner of the Offensive Player of the Year Award in ice hockey, Max Stewart. Four years at Brentwood from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia. Entering the Faculty of Science at University of Victoria, where she plans to major in forest biology, captain of and honored for outstanding contribution to hand-built pottery, and a Heads Arts Award winner, Solange Stewart Hansen. Three years at Brentwood from Regensburg, Germany. Proceeding to University of Amsterdam in the Netherlands to commence her studies in their economics and business economics program, Marina Struntz. Three years at Brentwood from Bangkok, Thailand. Entering the Faculty of Arts at the Vancouver campus of University of British Columbia, captain of boys tennis, Chayapal Kula Sutyinorased. Three years at Brentwood from Shanghai, China. Entering the Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Science at Columbia University in New York City, where he will pursue his engineering degree. Co-captain of and prize winner in robotics, winner of the AP Environmental Science Subject Prize, the Hugh Brackenberry Plate for Excellence in Mathematics Competition, and the Andre Rame Memorial Award for Engineering, Sky Sun. Three years at Brentwood from Calgary, Alberta. Proceeding to University of Calgary, where he plans to study computer science, Mozam Saeed. Five years at Brentwood from Duncan, British Columbia. commencing his studies in philosophy at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, co-captain of debate, co-captain of public speaking in Model United Nations, winner of the Oratory Award for Excellence in Public Speaking and a Heads Arts Award, Caden Oliver Tusaw. Five years at Brentwood from Lake Cowichan, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at University of British Columbia in Vancouver, co-captain of and honored with the Old Brentonian Rose Bowl for outstanding achievement in dance, Megan Tuck. Five years at Brentwood from Victoria, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Arts at University of Calgary, Reese Van Oostrom. Four years at Brentwood from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, commencing her studies in communications at Simon Fraser University's School of Communications, An Thi Vu. Nailed it. 4 years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, entering the Tefler School of Management at University of Ottawa to pursue studies in marketing, Elora Walsh. Three years at Brentwood from Hong Kong, commencing her Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery degree at the Li Ka-shing's Faculty of Medicine at University of Hong Kong, winner of a Heads Academic Award, a Heads Arts Award, and Triple Colors, co-captain of vocal ensemble, honored with the Rolly Bull Shield for distinguished performance as a chorister, winner of the Jerry Pennell's Biology Prize, and winner of the Brentonian Shield, Julian Wan. 2 years at Brentwood from North Vancouver, British Columbia, entering the Des Hotels Faculty of Management at McGill University to study commerce, co-captain of dance, and winner of the Joyce McLean Award for Performance and Choreography, winner of a Heads Arts Award, Hannah Waring. Three years at Brentwood from Nanaimo, British Columbia, proceeding to the St. George's campus of University of Toronto to study biochemistry, winner of a Heads Academic Award and a Heads Arts Award, captain of jazz band, honored as the Outstanding Jazz Musician and winner of the Robert Cooper Cup for the Musician of the Year, Calvin William Watts. Three years at Brentwood from San Francisco, California, entering the Liberal Studies program at New York University, Emily Viner. One and a half years at Brentwood, from Vernon, British Columbia, proceeding to University of Alberta in Edmonton to pursue studies in engineering, winner of the O'Born Trophy for outstanding contribution to theatre production, Cooper Whitefield. Three years at Brentwood, from West Vancouver, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Social Sciences at Western University, where she plans to study psychology, Siri Wood. Two years at Brentwood, from Penticton, British Columbia, commencing her studies in business administration at the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University, Amber Wise. Two years at Brentwood, from Gladwine, Pennsylvania, proceeding to Brown University with plans to study mathematics, winner of the Subject Prize in AP Art History and the Bruce Tate Physics Award, winner of a Heads Academic Award and a Heads Art Award, and co-winner of the Artist of the Year Award, Esme Yanowitz. 3 years at Brentwood from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Taking a gap year to work in software development before commencing his studies in applied mathematics at the St. George's campus of University of Toronto, Vincent Yee. Two years at Brentwood from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, commencing the regular officer training program at the Royal Military College of Canada in Kingston, Ontario, where he will study engineering, Robert Hijo Yoon. Five years at Brentwood from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, entering the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering at Queen's University, Jacob Kai Young. And last, but absolutely most certainly not least, 4 years at Brentwood, from Salt Spring Island, British Columbia, proceeding to Recording Arts Canada in Toronto to complete intensive study in sound engineering and music production, captain of compositional rock band, co-winner of the Morris D. Young Award for Acting, winner of a Heads Arts Award, and winner of the William T. Ross Trophy, this year's head prefect and one of my favorite human beings, Jacob Hart. Really? Really? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating the members of Brentwood College School's graduating class of 2022.
Big thank you to Mr. Rodriguez. You imagine all of those details, etc. So thank you. Yes. So before we conclude today's events, in a moment, I'm going to invite the graduating class first. Everyone else is going to stay seated. The graduating class is going to leave first. They're going to exit this way. They're going to go to the grassy area just below the Crooks Hall balcony. Okay, they're going to go there, caps and gowns, etc. Mr. Fletcher will be there. Then I'll dismiss the parents after that. You can go onto the top deck and take your pictures from there. Again, we have professional photographers taking this. No offense to you. Okay? Mr. McPherson will give a signal to when the graduates throw up their caps, and then we'll take pictures of that as well. All those pictures will be made available to you. But we invite you, the parents and friends, to go on the top area on the balcony. Okay, graduates, you're going to go onto the bottom area. Not yet. Not yet. Tomorrow evening, we really look forward to the dinner dance in Victoria at the Empress Hotel and the Convention Center. And that will be our final farewell to obviously the graduating class too. But today is a special day for them, for us, for all of us, for the history of Brentwood College School. Graduating class of 2022, you may exit first. That one. If you guys were smart, you'd go the other way.
We know that. Okay, family members, you can go this way or that way, and we'll see you in the balcony. Thank you.